Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 86 podcast. This is the special of the week. I'm your host, Jake, and I am joined by...
Jasper.
Or Casper.
Yeah. Big Red.
Big Red. Dude, that's going to be, when we make merch, that's going to be one of them.
Big Red?
Big Red.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep, that's a good one. But sorry if you hear any noise. They are doing lawn maintenance because this is a big and up-and-coming podcast.
Mm-hmm. No shout out to them, though.
I just want to get right into it. I'm in a good mood, and I want to keep this ball rolling. Gripe of the week. It just happened, my last shift I worked. It has to do with, like, trash. Mm-hmm. So when you have a guest, and they start, like, they have a birthday presents or something, like just celebrating, and they have gifts.
Yeah.
Or graduation's coming up, so there's going to be a lot of gifts and everything. It just happened. I had these 3 old ladies. They're all celebrating their birthday. They're like, two of them were like, our birthday's 2 days apart. And the other was like, mine's 10 days apart. And I was like, oh, are you two closer to each other then? Like, just emotionally too? And then they all laughed, and then it was a heel turn. They ended up not liking me by the end of the night.
I don't understand why.
I don't either. I don't understand either. I'm their perfect demographic. Chunky little boy.
It's perfect. You should be rained with chocolates, honestly, little candies.
But they all got each other gifts. So, you know, I let them do their thing. I didn't drop the check or interrupt them. Like, I let them, like, just unbothered hang out for, like, 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. They're like, all right, we're ready. They're like, why didn't you bring us the check yet? And I was like, well, I didn't interrupt you girls. Like, my bad. And they're like, oh, you're so sweet. And I was like, oh, I'm back. I'm back. They like me enough now. Perfect. Here's the check.
Perfect grandson.
Yeah, exactly. I am just a sweet boy. But they pay, and I just, like, kind of go away. Because they didn't really want bothered the whole service, which can make it awkward. But I was like, that's also fine. I'm not going to have to work too hard now. So here's your drinks. Here's your food. Bye. Love you. And I go to pick up the check when the ladies left. There's trash everywhere. All the wrapping paper, everything. And, like, I know those girls had bags. I saw them come in with the bags.
Oh, no.
And they just left it strewn all throughout it. And I was, like, annoyed just a little bit because I'm like, well, that's just kind of, like, rude.
Yeah.
You know? But then I was like, whatever. Like, I tip out the busser. Like, it's frustrating for him, too, but whatever. But it made me think of the real thing. Dude, babies. When you get a table and you're serving babies, like, first of all, you always got to check your ID. Don't miss that.
Can I see your driver's license, please?
Dude, you just turn into a custodian.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it is with you, like, if, say, like, you're inside, like, your inside part, but if, like, there's inevitably going to be a bunch of food on the floor.
Yeah.
I'll get yelled at mid-service by management for letting the table get messy. I'm like, dude, the baby.
Nothing I can do about it.
I don't know if he's even eating any of the food. I think it all just landed on the ground.
Tossing it everywhere.
Exactly. But it made me think of, like, I never expect a guest to clean it up.
Yeah.
But I do like it when they go, so sorry for the mess. Can we please get it like a broom or something? And I never let them.
No. But it's just the awareness of it, right?
Yeah, like I appreciate, like, the effort of, like, or they can literally just say, like, we're so sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's a baby. We get it.
It's not the baby's fault.
Like, you should have seen me last night.
Sitting at the wine bar, tossing things everywhere. No, we have that too. Like, even we had this one time, this lady started changing their baby on the table.
Like
on the, yeah. And we're like, sorry, you can't do that here. You can't. This is, I don't know why I have to explain that to you. You can't be doing that here.
So we have a bathroom with a baby.
Yeah. I told her, inside, take a left, you'll see it. And then she was pissed.
She was upset with you?
She was really pissed.
Oh my gosh.
It's a great story. Whenever you meet the coworker that happened to, I'll tell you you'll love that story. It's a great one.
It didn't happen to you. It happened to one of your coworkers.
But I had to, like, deal with it.
Yeah. Too. As the, what's that title?
Weekend Trailer Park Supervisor, That's a great story. But yeah, I mean, even, like, just the unawareness of, like, having trash everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, what are we doing? You wouldn't go to your friend's house, do that. You wouldn't do that.
No.
Have friends do that to you at your house, right?
I mean, you do that to me at my house.
I used to, yeah. But that turned into a great bit at some point, too. Really just piss you off.
Now we just do it to our cars.
Yeah.
We find a way to leave any kind of trash in the car and be like, but put it on, like, the passenger side so it doesn't get seen.
Yep.
And it gets discovered later on.
Sometimes I drive and I look over, I was like, God damn it, there's a Red Bull can in here.
I think there's one in there right now.
I know, we took it out. It's not in there anymore.
Well, that's no fun. All right, well, thanks for ruining that joke.
Well, there will be new opportunities.
What's your gripe of the week, big boy?
So my gripe, it's also a general one, and you can definitely relate to that one, but it happened last week. all the time. It's mostly old people too, right?
Yeah.
Because they like you walk up to the table, hey, my name's Jasper, welcome in. Can we get it's like, oh yeah, nice to meet you guys. You know,
Yeah.
like no interaction at all. Or like even you walk up to the table, you're about to like, and they're like, 4 waters, please.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, cool. Also nice to meet
That
you,
happened to
right?
me last week, too.
Yeah, it drives me up the wall. And there's nothing you can do about it too. Like sometimes I'm like, cool. Anyways, so my name's Jasper.
Yeah,
right?
just go
Like,
with it anyways.
Just roll
Yeah.
with it because I can do it at my place.
Yep.
Right. But have you seen those videos on like the socials where it's people with like the little like cat spray bottles when they like it's like they go up to a coffee like shop and start ordering and they like spray them. It's like try that again. It's hilarious. I wish we could do that. That would be great. Just have like a little water spray bottle with you and just like shoot them down if they don't act properly.
Yeah, if you're just rude or just not being a human to the other humans. Dude, that's hilarious.
Just don't know how to socially interact with people, right?
You know, that used to upset me too. But now I'm just kind of like, all right, fine, you don't get to know my name.
Yeah.
It's going to make things a lot easier if you leave a bad review if you don't know my name.
I'll be just mystery man.
Yeah. Server with the beard.
Yeah. Which one?
Exactly. That's all of us. But that is like annoying. Just the niceties. What were you, raised in a barn?
Yeah. It's like,
You know?
your mom didn't teach you right?
Exactly. Your mom didn't spank you, it shows. Well, it shows. She didn't hit you with a wooden spoon? It shows.
Learn some manners.
Yeah, exactly. And, that is a good gripe of the week, though. I'm sure everybody has that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the most common part of our job.
You know what I like? It's like the opposite of that, though. It's like whenever you wrap up service, and then they like, they thank you for your service, whatever it is, and I salute, and then they're like, not that kind of service. I'm like, I couldn't get in, I know. But they shake your hand.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, thank you so much. And like they shake your hands and like say your name and everything, and then they're like, we'll look forward to seeing you next time and everything. I like that.
Yeah.
It happens at least like twice a week for me, I'd say.
It's a nice
probably.
feeling. You feel appreciated.
Yeah, exactly.
It's weird because back in Germany, that's not a thing. You don't tell them your name, right? It's a very anonymous system where it's like, hey, what's up? What can I get you? Right?
That's nice.
And there's no like that like intensity of service. Also, we don't have the tipping culture, right? So
Yeah.
it goes hand in hand, or the other way around. It's more like necessary here because you want to like butter them up to tip you nicely. But when I started serving here first, I was like, I don't really care if they know my name. Like, I don't want them to know my name.
I prefer they didn't as
But
well.
what you just described, like the appreciation of it, or like when
Yeah.
people like, Jasper, what do you think, right? Like, which one do you prefer? Like the acknowledgement of the name in service, it makes a difference. It
does.
makes you feel appreciated.
It does. Well, it makes you not feel like a piece of shit for being a grown man not working in a blue collar field.
Yeah. It's like we're not on the oil rig, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it's
Maybe
like
we could be.
maybe one day.
We could be oil rig guys.
Yeah, that would be something. Start a podcast about that.
Yeah, I bet we start.
But it's
After we build this empire,
Yeah.
we'll move on to
New
another career.
after we champion this, we'll do something.
We'll move on to another field.
But yeah, it's like being appreciated as a human being, right? That's all it is in the end, right?
Yeah. There we go. We did a positive part of the gripe of the week. I'm
Look at
proud
us
of
go.
us.
Yeah.
You wanna take us away onto the main topic?
Yeah.
For everybody, you're taking kind of control of the reins of this podcast.
What I was thinking, what we were going to talk about today is teamwork as like servers, hosts, or like the entire front of the house and even back of the house staff.
Yeah.
And then compare it to something that we'll get into later, something that's the total opposite of it,
What's that?
sharking.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. You did tell me about
Sharking. But let's start with the positive part, right? I think teamwork is a very underrated part of our job because a lot of people are just focused on their tables and focused on making their money, right? Which is basically why we're there. But if you have like the mindset to do teamwork and to like be involved with your coworkers, it just enhances your work experience and your tips too. Because
Yeah.
it's something the customers see too, right? The customers see, okay, he's helping there, he's doing that, he's helping running food, bussing tables, running drinks, right? And that just like elevates the overall dining experience almost, right?
Absolutely.
Because people just see that this team works together and it's not just like everybody's like I don't want to talk to you, I just want to focus on my tables.
Yeah.
And creating such a working environment like between the entire team too, it just brings the people closer together, right? Because you can rely on like your teammates to get through the crazy
Right.
dinner shift, like the Mother's Day or Valentine's Day or prime season that we're just like leaving right now.
Yeah.
Because it can get hairy if you're not on the same page.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah, immediately.
No, you're 100% right. And that whenever it comes to the teamwork, one of the biggest parts, and I think it does help the tip thing a lot. Like, yes, when they see everybody working cohesively, it does make them just, I think, like, notice, like, oh, maybe my server is super busy too. Mm-hmm. So they give you a little bit more, like, leeway. We're like, no, I get it. He's slammed. He's got his buddies helping him. He's doing his best with whatever they're working with. But also, that brings a positive energy into whatever room you're working in too. Because if you all are working together as a team cohesively, you're also probably friends. You know, just having each other's back, making sure the positivity is there. You know, if you get weeded, you can get negative real quick. You know, where you got to go cry in the walk-in or something.
Yep.
Or like, I don't know, take a shot in the bathroom.
Just hide away.
I don't do that.
Anymore.
I don't do that at this location, at this establishment. But I've known people that have done it at other locations all the time. But it just overall makes it more positive, and they can read our energy, our body language, our tone, and everything. So even if we're not upset with them in any way, but we're just having a bad day or just frustrated, or maybe you just got your ass chewed by your boss about something, and like, now you gotta go,
Yeah. Anyways.
welcome in. Yeah, totally.
Hey.
Yeah, light ice? Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fourth Diet Pepsi? Coming right up.
It'd be my honor.
But it's also like, I mean, us, when we are guests at restaurants, right, everybody else, right, if you walk into a room and you can just, as you said, feel the energy of the room, right? If it's like a nice flow, upbeat, happiness, compared to like a scattered room where everybody's just like not talking to each other and everybody's just like scrambling to figure out what to have to do.
And that's what you're doing, you're scrambling.
Yeah.
And if you're doing it and no one else is working together, everyone's scrambling. No one wants to see their server walk up to them all flustered. Maybe a little sweaty, perchance a little out of breath.
Yeah.
Hey,
What can I get you? Anyways, we're out of the chicken.
we're out of the chicken. We're out of steak. I work at a steak. We're out of all of them. We have shrimp risotto and sea bass.
No more beef.
And that's it.
No more beef. No more turf, only surf.
I think it'd be, dude, I had this one coworker. He helps out quite a bit, but he's always like kind of a smartass.
Like you?
Yeah, like me. Because you imagine I'm talking about myself in like a third person where it's like not me.
Couldn't be me.
It wouldn't be me, but I know a guy. But he'll like make jokes to the table, and usually I try not to talk to my other coworkers' guests unless it's strictly like, here's your margarita, here's your Pinot Noir, whatever. Like, but I keep it very just that, and I let them do their thing. So usually I get uncomfortable when I hear other servers speaking to my guests, just because I don't know what you're gonna say. Don't mess up what I've got going for me here. But we'll be building a baked potato, or he'll be doing the baked potato for me while I'm dropping stuff off, because like the baked potato, you're like, get the food on the table immediately. But then if you get like 2 or 3 baked potatoes, you gotta like butter them, sour cream, whatever. But it takes time to do it, so like it just eats it up. So he'll come over and like do it for me while I'm doing everything else for the table or party, and then they'll do it. They'll be like, oh wow, like you're doing it table side, and he's like, best potato guy. Oh, what would he say? Best potato builder in the tri-state area, 3-time running. He says it all the time.
Bob the potato builder.
Yeah, exactly. He says stuff like that all the time, and I'm like, it's funny every time. Yeah. It hits every single time.
Yep.
But that was actually, I didn't mean for that to be an example of teamwork, but stuff like that, that brings us a lot to the table.
But it also shows like that you, like as a team, are on the same page level, and that's why he feels comfortable to go to the table and crack those jokes, right?
Yeah.
It's the same like when like running drinks and like somebody's like, oh, who had the margaritas? It's all 4 of them had margaritas, right? And it's like the classic, right? And it's
that
like,
is a good bit.
that you feel comfortable in a room to make these jokes. Even like, I know it's difficult for you, but the place where I work at, it's like even when I'm at the table side with another person that's their table, crack jokes with them, just shows how comfortable like the team is, and it just like brings up the entire mood of the table.
It brings down the wall.
Yeah.
Between the transaction of what you're doing, and it makes it more human.
Humanizes us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like I've been training a lot. We have like the classic, like beginning of second quarter of the year, right? Like break where people leave and new staff comes in. And I've been training a lot recently, and I really focused on like emphasizing the teamwork. And then I trained one of our new coworkers who had troubles with that because they weren't used to it.
Yeah.
And it was hard for them to like get into the rhythm of it. And I had from upper managers many conversations like emphasize that with them, like make sure that they get that, right? And so I really hammered that into them, right? Make sure that they got that, and now they're amazing, Like, they figured it out, and they like immediately fit more into like the cogs of the system.
Yeah.
And it just like smoothed out the rest of it. And it really, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
How much that makes a difference. It's like the good old saying, like the weakest link, right? It's
Yeah.
always, you're only as strong as your weakest link, and that really applies to the service industry too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if you have somebody who's not good at their job,
Yeah.
or doesn't know how to like play in a team,
Yeah.
it really slows everybody else down.
Absolutely, because they got to stop, ask questions. Hey, how do I do this? Or you got to pick up their slack.
Exactly.
Like it could go all the way down to just like a slow busser, or a busser that doesn't care.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you're not turning tables like you need to. There's a line at the host stand. Then all of a sudden when you yourself clear it off, like get it all set up, then next thing you know you're double sat, and then you're behind, and then it sets the tone for the rest of the night. And that could all be just from one support staff member.
Yep.
Even if it comes down to it, or getting waters, or all of it gets pushed behind.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're scrambling. No amount of teamwork is going to help you, except for if they just take one of the tables.
Yep.
Because that's it. You can't teleport.
But you've definitely been in that situation too, where you're like, situation like that, you're super in the weeds, right? Something like messed up your flow, you're out of the flow, you have to like regain your flow, figure out your tables, and then keep moving. And then having a team that supports you, bussers, other servers, hosts, management even,
Yeah.
right? That helps you run your food, run your drinks, talk to tables, make sure they're okay, refills.
Yeah.
You know, that just is such an alleviating feeling to know that somebody in the team has your back, and that you can focus on doing your job. That is for me as a server, an undescribable feeling. Just
Yeah.
to know that you can rely on your team, even though you're super in the weeds.
Yeah.
And that makes me want to do the same thing for other people that are in the weeds too, because it's a two-way street of appreciation, right?
Yeah, what goes around comes around.
Exactly.
You know, as long as you bring something to the table to help out, you know they'll help you out in the future too.
Exactly.
Like running side work, even, you know, silverware, glassware, all of that needs to get done mid-rush too. I like to go to my manager, like one of my managers, like if I'm weeded, the only thing that will get me real bad is also if I got to do bottle service. Because you've got to like ring it in, print out the ticket, then find a manager. Because they're stored all throughout like the restaurant, upstairs and down.
Yeah.
So the bar doesn't have them all. You know, because we have like, I don't even, like 500 different lines. More than this, like probably like 10 times more
Yeah,
than that, if I'm
probably.
being honest. And so you have to then go find a manager to then have them go find the bottle to then bring it back, and it takes time. And then by the time you're ready to do the bottle service, sometimes I'll just go to the manager and be like, I'm scared. I already put wine glasses on the table. Could you please just do the bottle opening part for me? I can handle everything else. It'll give me time to then go take my food order, drop my food off, run some drinks that I also have coming. But could you just do that for me? And then also buys me time with that table specifically, because I can go over and be like, hey, my manager's grabbing that bottle of wine for you right now. He'll be right back.
Yep.
And then, oh, great. And then that buys me 5 more minutes. And sometimes that's all you need to get out of the weeds.
Yep.
It's 5 minutes to sit there and look at your computer, just to ring in a 6-stop, and it just takes time with any modifications or whatever it is,
Yep.
right? So that one thing can help the rest of your shift.
And it's like, it shouldn't be a problem with management either. I'm not saying that it is, but like because they also see that you're not just like messing around, hanging around, not doing anything.
Right, you're not being lazy.
And that's like also a part of good teamwork, that they see, okay, he's working, he clearly needs this help. I have the time, let me do that for you.
Yeah.
Right? And that's not only in management, that's like between all of us.
Yeah.
It's like this one time I was working with one of my coworkers who was also new at the time. She's amazing now. But we were like, she was super in the weeds, and I'm like, okay, I'll take some extra tables. And then she had a second, and she came up to me, how can I help you? And I was like, okay, I need 16 waters right now. It's like, I was running around the table like 16 waters. And she looked at me like, oh my God.
She's like, I regret asking.
Yeah. But
She's like, you know what, I think I just got double sat again. I'd rather go deal with that.
by the time I made it back to the soda station, she's like, okay, I got 10 waters ready. I'm like, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Little things like that. It takes a lot of time up. And then if, just say you needed the 16 waters, which is going to take you a pretty decent chunk of time, if I'm being honest, when you only have 1 or 2 faucets, then it's always a catalyst. It's always like, toop, 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 toop. There's not enough cups.
Yeah.
Then like, oh shit, I got
We're
to
out
go
of
to the dish
ice.
pit. I got to go find cups. Oh, the ice, we don't have any more ice either. Am I giving you anxiety right now?
Yeah,
just
like,
talking about
just
it?
hit me back. I got a little 1,000-yard stare right there. It's like,
Mine's like, because we mark our tables for every like, level of service. And the worst is like whenever you're slammed, you ring in the food, you're like, oh, all right, let me go mark the table. Perfect. Let me just go grab 2 soup spoons and a steak knife. You go, there's no steak knives in sight, there's no soup spoons. You go into the back, you're like, all right, I'll just polish them. I'll polish like 2 real fast, get them there, and then like once I get a minute, I'll go and just restock. They're not even cleaned yet. They're still dirty in the dish pit, and then you're like, guys, por favor,
Please.
I need some steak knives on the fly.
Yeah.
I need some spoons
Right now.
I'm a little scared. I already set the food. Now, if the food gets there, that's a big thing there. If the food gets there and they're not marked properly, that's one of like the biggest like no-nos.
Yeah.
Like you can mess up an order, human error, and like they'll rib you a little bit, but we're all human. But dude, if there's steaks at the table and they don't have steak knives, you're done.
Yep.
They're like, come here.
But that makes sense too. Like
Yeah,
honestly,
absolutely.
especially because
And it
like
looks
the guests,
bad. It looks
it looks
so
bad.
bad.
It looks super bad, and the guests like want that for their
Yeah.
table, right? They order this expensive like cut
Yeah.
of meat, and
Yep.
like then you don't have a steak knife. We had that like
Rookie hour.
yeah. Oh man, when we run out of silverware too, and then it's a whole thing.
The silverware can be the catalyst
Silverware.
to a bad shift.
People really don't appreciate silverware that much.
Everyone underestimates it. It's such a common thing. I remember when I got out of the industry for a while, I thought to myself, I kid you not, one of my biggest thoughts of relief whenever I was getting out of the service industry was, I don't have to do silverware anymore.
No more polishing.
I don't have to polish, I don't have to roll, I don't have to
All
stay an
that
extra
stuff.
30 minutes after I'm done
Yep.
to wait for silverware to come out, to then polish, to then roll, and then get told you didn't do enough to do some more, but you gotta wait for more to come out of the dish pit. I was like, oh, this is amazing.
Do you know any of your coworkers between all your jobs that had silverware stored like in the car or somewhere away so they can just grab it?
No, I've never heard of anyone actually doing that. I know plenty of I've done this. You stash some, like in work, like but not in the car or anything.
Like
but,
squirrel it away.
Yeah, I
for
squirrel
bad
it away.
times.
I'm like the cupboard. I was like, it's going. Forks and knives are going in there,
Yep.
just in case I need to just grab it for the table, or if like I just gotta roll some, and get out of there. But yes, I've fully hoarded.
Yeah. You know what the other one
Yeah.
is that I afforded
Look at
before
you,
too?
do you know anyone?
Yeah.
And I'm like, right, me.
This guy. No, the other thing we really hoard is like cleaning rags.
Oh yeah.
Because by the time the end of the week, right before the next delivery, they're running a little scarce,
Yeah.
So you gotta like make sure that 2 days before the end of the week,
You got some stash.
you like
Yeah. Put them in your
stash them away, somewhere in like the storage compartments, somewhere where the kitchen won't find them.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. But coming back to the main topic, we talked a lot about the good parts of teamwork. Let's talk about sharking.
Yeah, let's just talk about the term sharking.
Yeah, could you explain the term sharking?
Sharking is whenever a server steals one of your tables. I find that it really only happens if it's like an open floor concept where you just rotate like an entire room or restaurant depending on the size, where they just alternate. So say Jasper and I work together, he gets sat first, next table, no matter where it's sitting, that's me next, and then just goes back and forth. Sharking is, I think they refer to it because of like a shark swimming around, like circling you, with a fin up. As soon as they get sat, a server goes right over, even if it's not their turn, and takes them. So that's a big, I've had that issue before at other restaurants where like there were sharks, but luckily I knew them really well, so I'd be like, you'll lose a finger.
Yep.
I'll get physically violent.
I'll turn into a shark right here.
I'll beat your ass right in front of this table.
It's like,
But
that's my table.
It's when they just steal the table.
Yeah.
It's a greedy thing, and it's a super like big middle finger to all of your coworkers there because you're like, I don't care.
It's an instant killer of teamwork,
Yep.
right? All the
Immediately.
like, all the relations that we just talked about and the benefits of it, it just cuts all ties.
Go on.
And
Yep.
there's, in my opinion, there's two types of sharking. There's the involuntary sharking, where like when we talk about rotations, and it happens, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right. You grill them a bit, you give them a little lip.
You
Like,
just talk some
talk,
shit.
talk some shit,
Yeah, you
right?
just talk some
but
shit.
it's fine, you like, okay, sorry, I took this one, you can have my next one.
Exactly.
It happens, right? But if you work with somebody that like actively sharks, that is biggest no-no, because
Yeah.
there's people out there that do that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
even like in section-wise, as you talked about, there's like rotation where you rotate a room, or section-wise where you say like, okay, I have this area, this is mine, or we split this area, right? And then within this area, even within or in different sections, when people come in and shark tables, I've worked with somebody that actively did that,
Yeah.
and there was like an absolute bully about it too, like that would like bully their teammates, like, no, that's my table. It's like, clearly it's not, but they're like, no, it's mine.
It's like old school diner mentality.
It's like cutthroat.
like where they're like 65-year-old ladies that have worked there for like in the same diner for 20 years. They're like, I just do what I want. I do what I want. If you don't like it, you can leave. There's the door.
They're not going to fire me, they're going to
Exactly.
fire
They're
you
gonna-
because you don't play with my rules.
Exactly, that's right. I'm the trendsetter.
Yeah.
My lemon pepper steppers.
I've been in this diner for 35 years, honey.
I worked here since before you were born. I'm going to get a smoked cigarette. Food will be out shortly.
I remember when coffee was only a dime.
But I've worked actually when we worked together before you were there was a shark, and it was she ended up getting fired.
Yeah.
She ended up getting fired there as soon as the management got a whiff of it. She also got caught doing some other stuff, but the sharking was like kind of what brought attention to her in general, because she'd just go do it and she'd be like, what?
What are you gonna do about it?
What? And she was an older lady server that had been doing it for like 30 years. And I was like, I remember I told her, I was like, I don't know, I'm new to this. I'm not letting that happen again though.
Yeah.
I was like, don't shark my tables. Like, we all got bills to pay, I get it. But I got called a shark the other day.
Really?
Like 2 weeks ago. It was the accidental one. Because we're like working upstairs, but the joke is upstairs. It's like, oh, you sharked me. You took my table. I just misread the section or something.
Yeah.
And but we all pull tips upstairs, so it doesn't matter.
That's funny.
It doesn't matter. It's like,
That's a
dude,
funny bit.
He's like, dude, you sharked me, and I was like,
What do you mean?
we're all sharing.
I'm
tips.
making you free money right now. Like, what are you
I
talking
was like,
about?
if anything, I screwed myself because now I'm gonna just at one point have one more table than everybody else.
Don't get any benefits of it.
I reap no reward.
Yeah. Another form of sharking I heard about recently is shift sharking. Have you heard of that before?
Like people, like they pick up the shifts really quick, or
Yes and no. Yes too, but this is like very different from like the term that sharking we talked about, because it means that people show up to a shift and basically that they're not working is like, hey, he wants to go home.
I've witnessed that before. That doesn't sound as bad though.
No, it's not bad, but it's still a form of sharking because it's the
Wanna
same.
get out of here.
You like circle and then you snatch.
Yeah.
Right. It technically still fits into like the parameters.
Yeah.
Of it, but it's different.
Yeah.
And I had that the other day. Somebody pulled up and was like, I mean, I can't go. I got to close, but
Yeah.
if somebody else wants to go, I have no problem with that.
Yeah. I mean, fair. Yeah, I've had like the shark where like people sharking to get cut before the shift even starts. Like they're like, yeah, I already texted the managers. So if they do make any cuts right off the rip, it's me.
Yeah.
I've witnessed that.
I get that a lot because like I'm responsible for cuts too. Like
Oh,
then I'll go
yeah.
around like who wants to get cut, and then you have really people that they're gonna almost fist fight about it, right?
Let me go home, and they're gonna be the same person.
Oh,
that
it's-
goes, I'm broke.
It's it's a couple of people, where it's like, But even then, like we have this fun system where like a lot of people want to go. We're like, all right, it's rock paper scissors for you guys.
Yeah,
It's
that's
really
fun.
fair. We also have with one of our friends that used to manage at the place we worked, that he used to have the system where you took his hat and then wrote names on it, and we pulled names.
That's fun.
If like nobody wanted to go, right?
Right, yeah,
That's,
someone
super
has
slow.
to.
Somebody has to. I know
Yeah.
nobody does. We're
Those
gonna
are always
pull a name.
awkward. Is whenever they're like, who wants to go home? And you're like, I've taken 3 cuts this week.
It's like-
I really should work one of these shifts to completion.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
It's not like that I don't want to, but I've been cut.
Yeah.
I'm really unlucky with this name pulling thing.
And it does make you feel better mentally, because like if you just take the cut, you can think I'm a lazy piece of shit. But then if like they're like you're cut, you're like, oh okay, like
Cool.
I didn't have a choice.
Nothing to do with me.
It happened to me Tuesday.
But like I think even like for people that are responsible for cuts, it's really important to rotate those,
Yeah.
right? To make sure that people get equally cut, so that gives everybody a chance to make money. Because that's only the fair thing.
Yep.
Like as you said, like I took like 3 times I've already been cut, right?
Yeah.
In my experience, what I've done so far, I didn't let that happen. Just say like, hey, they took the cut yesterday, take the cut today, and
Yeah.
then you're gonna be good for the rest of the week, right?
We just had that happen. He's a good buddy, but he took a cut like a lunch shift. Like he just got into work and they're like, hey, you can go home. Like it's gonna be, we saw reservations. You can go home. Just come back tonight. And then he's like, all right. The next day, he took the cut again. They went, hey, you want to go home? And he went, yeah. And one of my coworkers walked up to him and he was like, hey man, he's like, it's all good if you get asked to get cut, like 2 days in a row on the lunch shift and everything. Like you can't control that. But to take both of them and not share, because now that's kind of wild.
It's kind of crazy.
And he goes, what about it?
What are you gonna do
What
about it?
about it? It was so funny.
Watch me do it again. I'm going home right now.
What do you say? Should we start getting into some of the dessert?
Yeah.
All right. So we're doing the third segment. We're gonna start incorporating you guys into it, but I wanted to do it with us, just so you can kind of see what we're talking about, just in case there's any kind of confusion or anything. And I don't think there will be. We're all wicked smart. I essentially want to talk about a crazy story or experience. It can be with us while we're working, or us out and about too, just at a restaurant or drinking or just doing what boys do. But mine, I was just thinking about it, and I was thinking of a way to phrase it. I was thinking, I was thinking, if I had a nickel for every time somebody shit their pants at one of my jobs, I'd have 2 nickels. And it's just kind of crazy that out of the 4 restaurants I've worked at, it's happened at 2 of them.
Yeah. At the restaurant, it happened 2 times at our restaurant too. Oh yeah.
I just thinking about that. God. One of them was an old person. I can understand, maybe meds, whatever. Yeah. Totally, I get it. But what's even crazier is after he streaked it across the entire restaurant floor, he went back to his table and sat down and finished eating.
No.
I was like, I can understand, like, it happens.
It happens. No shame in that.
And let me tell you, I do respect that he doubled down. It was a line, like, all the way across the restaurant. Went to the bathroom, took care of himself, the best to his ability. I didn't go in the bathroom to check on him. But the poor busser had to clean that up. Talking about messes.
No.
Talking about unnecessary messes for a busser to clean. No. Actually, I think we made a manager do that one. I think we're like, you're going to earn your paycheck today. We're not touching that. Yeah. And then it happened another time during bottomless mimosas at one of my other restaurants. Ooh. And that one, I don't think they were old. I think they were just really, really, really drunk.
Yeah.
So
that's a level of drunk right there.
That should have probably gotten cut off at one point. But they left. They didn't go back and try to just stick it out.
Allegedly, there's this footage of one of our cases. I had the 2 cases. One of them was old person 2.
Yep.
It happens. He made it to the bathroom, but by the time you went through the door, you already.
You don't even have to be old. I've had that.
Oh, good for you.
That's happened to me once a quarter.
The other one is genius, though. It's some person. I wasn't there for that. I just saw clips of it. They're trying to get into the door, like those little doors we have up front, right? That go to the inside area.
Yep.
And didn't make it.
He didn't make it.
Didn't make it. If we ever get our bar manager had to clean. He had a horrible week.
No.
He had, I think, piss and poop in 1 week that he had to clean up. If we ever get him on the show, that's a great story to talk about.
Funny.
Speaking of that kind of stuff, though, that's also would have been a great gripe, but it's the same. I don't know how it is because you work mostly indoors, but for us outdoors, it's like dog poop, but also dog vomit. We have this one regular, which I don't feel bad talking bad about him. He will know if he ever watches this. He has this really cute dog, but he always gets him like food for the dog. And this one time, the dog threw up, which is not the dog's fault, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't acknowledge it at all. It was like right beside him too, and then just dipped.
Oh, just left.
And then it's my responsibility.
That's one of those offer. Hey, sorry. This happens.
It happens.
Offer to clean it. I feel like your skivy ass would have been like, yeah, here you go. Here's your towel.
Have a bag.
Have at it, champ. Here's my rag I've been stashing because we're almost out.
It's perfect timing.
But that's my just crazy thing that's happened to me this happened to me while I was at work both times to bear witness to.
Yeah.
And I would love to hear all of your guys's, because I'm sure that I'm not alone. So I'd love to hear what's going on. What have you bore witness to?
Yeah. Which absurdities have you witnessed?
Exactly. It could be someone falling. Witnessed that many times.
Oh yeah.
Some old because they're old and we get it. It happens. Or sometimes because they had too many mimosas.
Which also we get.
It's kind of crazy. I'm starting to notice a pattern here. It's either a geriatric or a mimosa.
Imagine geriatrics with too many mimosas.
Oh, that sounds like my kryptonite, dude.
Ooh,
the bane to my existence.
Just shuffling out and like, oh.
You got any that you could kind of think of?
From the rip?
I kind of put this on him.
Yeah, he didn't tell me about any of this.
I want to keep it a surprise.
Ooh. I don't know. I mean, yeah, like this whole like cleaning up messes that people don't leave, but we already talked a lot about that.
We did. I'd say we put a nail in that coffin.
Yeah. I almost had to break up a fist fight between one of my regulars' brothers and one of our bartenders because the regular's brother was catcalling one of our, but in a horrible way, like really disrespecting them too. And the bartender told him to stop.
Yeah.
And they almost got into it. It was a rough one. I had to like take them all outside, like all the customers, and tell them like, you can't be acting like that.
You can't do that.
I know you're close to the owners. He actually knows the owners, not like people pretend to know the owners.
I know the owner. Me
I know
too.
the owner. Oh, tell him what's all broken in this restaurant. This is broken and that's broken.
You know what? It's crazy. I've known him a long time too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wild.
But yeah, I had to take him outside and like basically sit them down and tell them like, hey.
Did you make him hold hands for 5 minutes? Like, here.
Talk it out.
Do you feel better now? My
also,
mom used to do that with me and my sister
yeah.
when we'd fight. She'd make us hold hands.
You fought a lot too.
Yeah, dude. But it was like brawling. Also, we did jujitsu and stuff together, so we'd really just take it out. Take it out.
Come here.
Take it out on the mat, dude.
But no, like I protected my bartender because he did what was right.
Yeah.
But then I took the three of them outside. I was like, you know, the owner, don't come back until you talk to them about it and clean this mess. You're not coming back for any time soon.
Yeah. Take a breather. It's okay.
Yeah.
Take a chill pill.
That's like those absurdities, right?
Mm-hmm. There's random things you wouldn't expect to have to deal with.
The other day, so we use Toast, right?
Yeah.
Which, shout out to Toast.
I love Toast.
Is great.
No, we're not until they sponsor us.
Sorry, yeah. Toast front of the house is great.
Stop. You know what? Just say cooked bread.
Yes, croutons.
Croutons. There we go.
We use a company that is referring to bread.
Croutons.
Heated bread.
Some would say burnt.
Yeah, depends on how you like it. And this company has a reward system. Have you seen that?
No.
So basically, you pay with a card, and you enter a number, and then it gets linked to the card, and then you accumulate points, and that gives you discounts. We don't use that.
Yeah.
Right. It's not mandatory. It's a company choice. It's a marketing thing too, right?
Mm-hmm.
To like just gain following.
Yeah.
So this customer complained that we don't have it, but he wouldn't understand that we don't have it set up. It like blew his mind that we don't have that service. Absolutely, like he couldn't fathom it.
I hope you left a bad review.
Maybe he like called me, like asked for a manager to talk to about it, and I walk over there. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't even know what this is.
I mean, I know what it is, but we just don't have it. Like,
Yeah.
It's not what we do.
What is that guy really into coupons as well?
Probably.
Probably a big couponer.
He was like, well, you're probably going to tell me the same thing she told me. I'm like, yeah, yeah, I will. Like, what do you want from me? What do you want to hear?
You want me to shit this rewards program out of me?
Yeah, let me just actually, what's program is through the front door, take a right, behind the dumpster. You can sign up for a reward system. There's a number carved into the dumpster.
My number's on that dumpster. It says for a good time, call.
You get a lot of scam calls now.
That's my office. That's where I edit the podcast.
It's cozy.
Oh, and I thought of another fun thing. When we do have guests, I'm going to throw it on here. What's a historical figure that you would love to serve and that you think would tip well? Or vice versa. What historical figure would you really, really not want to serve?
Yeah, and
like
would not tip well
would not
at all.
tip well at all. So that's a fun question.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. What historical figure would you like to serve, and do you think they would tip well, and would you be okay if they didn't tip you at all? You know, I'd like to serve Abraham Lincoln.
Yep.
Yeah, he's the guy that'd shake your hand at the end of service. Like, granted, he's president. He was a president, so he's PR
what he
trained.
does.
But I'd be like, yeah, what's up, dude? Hope you enjoyed your group.
Oh, Ben Franklin. I think he would
Ben
be a good
Franklin.
time.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, I like that idea. I feel like Ben Franklin wouldn't tip well though.
Do you think?
I feel like he was stingy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he'd be like, I invented electricity. Like,
Lincoln
what are
probably
you
would just
gonna
give
do
you
with your life?
$5 and a penny.
Shut up. But I thought of that because I also, it doesn't have anything to do with service. Well, it kind of does. You know what? I'm going to make it correlate.
Yeah.
Another one. I would want to serve Davy Crockett and Daniel Boone. You know who they are? See, I didn't want to get political on this podcast now, but I think that's what's wrong with America. I think that's why we've lost our way. It's because no one's talking about Daniel Boone or Davy Crockett. They are legends. They were a huge inspiration of my life growing up in the woods, and everybody knew who they were. Mm-hmm. This kid was named Daniel. We're like, dude, you're like Daniel Boone. Mm-hmm. Davy Crockett, you never heard of him? Mm-hmm. The Alamo?
I heard about the Alamo.
He was the totally badass frontiersman who died at the Alamo. It took me a long time to forgive Mexico. It took me about probably 27 of my 28 years of life.
Until you went to Oaxaca,
Until I went to Oaxaca.
Now you love it.
I was like, you know what, you guys are all right.
Silly, you're silly. Another thing I thought about what we should do is ask them like really tricky choices, like would you rather have that or that? Like specified like service situations that really like almost like gripes, and then you have to pick which one would you rather
Which one would you rather have to deal with? That's good. That's good. Write that down. All right, we have gone far past what we planned to do today. Everybody, you are cut off. Thank you for listening, liking, subscribing, and then sometimes leaving comments.